know why I left that in, but okay. All right.
What?
No, it did a count in or whatever.
I didn't hear it. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Jingle bells, jingle bells,
Batman
jingle
smells.
bells all the
Robin
way.
stole my glass case.
Santa Claus ran down.
He said, okay,
Hey.
now he's divorced and he's broke. Now.
I actually forgot the second line of that song. The second line of Jingle Bells. You know I'm getting old.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is! Something.
Oh, what fun it is to ride on a...
One horse. Wait, on a something horse sleigh.
Bro, we're getting old.
People, the younger audience is like, "What the hell are y'all singing?"
Jeez. Do kids still sing those songs? I guess?
Maybe like if their family, like brought them up like that, and they were really into the holidays and Christmas. Anyway, welcome to episode 8 of the Not All Here podcast, where we're on episode 8, man.
We've done 8 of these things.
8 of these things, yeah. We're almost closing in on 10. Bless you. But we're closing in on 10, and that means we're 90 away from 100 once we get there.
Dang.
That's a lot of
That's
talking.
math, bro.
That is math. That's a big brain right there. But welcome to the Not All Here podcast. We should be saying, I guess, if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas, because this is the Monday of that week of Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Also, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or if you don't even celebrate the holidays at all.
Happy Festivus.
Happy Merry Festivus.
Are you a Seinfeld fan?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, Festivus. That's hilarious. Seinfeld, even though it was like a highest rated show, I feel like man, it had some funny moments.
Oh, it had amazing moments.
It's so crazy, and like there are people who were into it, other people were like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's about nothing. It's just,
It's like our podcast.
Exactly. There you go. It's just a podcast about nothing.
Yeah.
That's the tagline. But anyway, welcome to another episode. Hope y'all had a great weekend, and we hope that the rest of the week is great, whether you're chilling at the crib or you're spending time with family or anything. We hope you have a good one, man.
Yeah.
But today's episode, speaking of the holidays, we wanted to start off this week's episode talking about Christmas.
Yes.
Love it, hate it. No.
Christmas hot takes.
Yeah, Christmas hot takes. We were going to talk about like what are some things for you, Jay, that you like love about Christmas?
The older I get, the more I understand how important it is to spend time with your family. Not to start on a dark note, but you don't know how long your family members are going to be here or you're going to be here. So I think, around holidays, it is very important to spend time with loved ones.
Man.
Above all else, above, gift giving and blah, 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 blah. Just spending time with your people.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because, I guess, I know for me, I'm at that age, like, when we were younger, man, really all we cared about were like gifts.
Right.
We were like, yo, I want this for Christmas. I want this, or, whatever holiday. And now, man, I'm just like, man, I really don't even want the gifts no more. I just enjoy spending that time with the family, And so, and then same thing with, I know people have said this before, but like back in the day, like when I was younger, I wanted a game or I wanted like a new system or just something like that. But now I'd be like, listen, if you can help me out with some socks or like,
Really?
Bro, I actually love socks. Like I love like getting a new pair of socks or just like that. Just because sometimes I don't go out of my way to go buy them.
Socks are so boring. My dad asks for socks every year, and I'm so tired of getting him socks. Right. And I asked my mom this year, what should I get y'all for Christmas? And what should I get Dad? And she's like, socks. I'm like, come on.
You need to hook your pops up with those stance socks. Those like design.
Nah, he's not into that.
Nah. He's like, nah, give me those regular white, gray, or black socks. The Hanes.
I got him on the Pumas now.
Pumas.
He's got the comfy Puma socks.
Like, what's this big cat on here? No. That's hilarious. I would say my main thing is I love spending time with my family. I'm trying to think. I enjoy, I guess, like Christmas food for me. I mean, I don't know how everybody else celebrates. It's almost similar to Thanksgiving in a way.
So what kind of food do y'all do?
Man, we do like tamales, Mexican food. We might do like a ham. I know my older sister, she likes to bake a lot of pies. So there'll be like pie, like apple pie, peach cobbler pie, just a bunch of sweets and stuff. Man, and then I really love. I can probably find these online. I just never go look, but there's like these specific like Christmas brand cookies. They're like I can't remember what they're called, but I had them as a little kid. But they usually, I always see them come popping up around Christmas time, and I love these fucking cookies, but I can't have too many of them because
my grandma used to make the most amazing cookies. They were small little white cookies that had nuts in them. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're amazing. And we would get those every Christmas.
Man, it'd be so good because like they're just delicious. I'm trying to think. Is there any other stuff that you really like about Christmas?
That I really like about it? I don't know, man. When I was a kid, I used to love the gifts, like you said.
Of course.
But I feel like the older you get, the less important that gets. I don't.
Have you always had Christmas just at your fam's, like your mom and pop's house?
Yeah.
It's always been there.
Maybe a couple times it was at my grandparents' house.
Okay.
But mainly at my parents' house.
Got you. Because I know most of them I've had it at my mom's place. I think I might have spent Christmas like once or twice at my pop's place, and then maybe like at aunt's place. Because it's always funny when you go to somebody else's house for Christmas, you kind of feel like, all right, this ain't my Christmas. Like,
Oh, it's a little off.
it's a little different just because you're in a new place and you don't know what is cool and what's not. And so, like, I remember, have you ever been in a relationship during Christmas? Like, where you get to go to, like, your partner's family's house?
Actually, no.
Oh, wow.
I've been in like a long distance relationship where we were still together over Christmas.
Oh, okay.
But I've never spent a Christmas with a like that.
It's from, I've done that like a few times, and it's always like interesting because it's like,
Is it awkward?
it is for a little bit after you sort of get comfortable because you're, like I said, I think one year I wasn't going to be able to go home just because I was like, well, I can't really afford it, so I just got to stay here. My mom's like, it's fine, don't worry about it, you know, whatever, you do what you got to do. And then my girlfriend at the time was like, why don't you come with me into my family? And like, I'll let you meet all them. And I'm just like, okay. And you know, it's like the first time for my whole thing though, I was the first time I was meeting everybody. And I'm
Everybody's
like,
kind of side-eyeing you a little bit.
yeah, they're like, this first time it's a holiday. It's like, and most of the time, if some people celebrate the holidays with their whole family.
This makes me think of your Thanksgiving story.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
They're looking at it like, this guy got her pregnant, didn't he?
This guy, what are your intentions? But no, that's
Has a father ever asked you that? What are your intentions with my daughter?
he has, but not in that way. He has, but
This has never happened to me.
it's funny because most of the time I remember. I'm trying to think of like, I've only met a few though, because I'm not like just out here running around. But like,
Right.
I've only met a few, and most of the time they kind of give you that look. They're like, "What's your name? Okay. Where are you from?" Like they, they're like investigative. Of course, which I understand why. But like, I'm trying to think. Have I like has a pops ever like put pressure on you?
Nah, never.
And imitated you?
No.
Intimidated? No. I'm trying to think.
Are you in MS-13?
He's like, I see a tattoo on your face. Are you gang? Like, No, I think one of the funniest one. I wasn't ever in a relationship with this girl, but I was taking this girl out on a date, and when I pulled up to her crib when I was like in high school, her pops was out front in the house. Of course, some people like. For me, what I always thought was mandatory is when if you see like. The dad or the mom, you're supposed to go say, hey. So I pulled up, turned my car, pulled up, and he was drunk.
Oh, shit.
And he was like, I was like, hey, how you doing, sir? My name's, so-and-so. I'm here to take your daughter out or whatever. He was like, oh, okay. And then he started shaking my hand, and he was shaking it like excessively, like as he's still talking, that kind of shake. He's like, you know what? You pretty brave coming up to me like this, And I was like, hey, I'm just trying to be nice. He's like, okay. And then like the girl at the time that I was taking out, she was like, come on, let's go. He's drunk. Come on. I'm like, oh, my bad. I was just trying to be nice. But
You ever had a dad be too nice to you? Like overly nice?
nah,
That happened to me once.
Really? What happened?
He just thought I was amazing. He was like, you're the best thing ever for her. Oh my God. You should be our son.
Wow. He was like, you're a catch. And then he was like, he'd do that little side
My
thing,
daughter's terrible. You're amazing.
she was like, you better hold on to this one. That's so hilarious. No.
Then the next boyfriend after me, she got pregnant.
Oh, you dodged a bullet. Maybe. But no, I don't think any of them been too nice. They always sort of like hit me with that neutral. They're like, look, I'm trying to be, as nice as I can be, but that's my daughter, type of thing.
We were supposed to be talking about Christmas.
I know. We just went into another thing. But to go back on Christmas, we were talking about why we liked it. Now, why Is there some things that you don't like?
The music.
The music?
When I was a kid, I guess I liked it. But the older I get, the more I hate Christmas music.
Do you think that's because here in America, where we're at, they start celebrating Christmas like November 1st?
Okay, so listen. I worked at Picture Me Portrait Studios. It's a photo studios that are typically inside of Walmart.
Yeah.
So, the day after Halloween, this Walmart store started playing Christmas music.
After Halloween?
The day after Halloween.
Holy.
I listened to Christmas music every day for 2 months straight.
Oh, man.
And it's like a prison torture technique, you know what I mean?
I bet.
You know how they play Baby Shark to
Oh yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I was like, just like they play Baby Shark
make
nonstop.
you go crazy.
That's hilarious. And it's always like the same 5 or like it's only like a small variation. You're like, God damn it.
This was just instrumentals, so it wasn't singing.
Oh, okay.
But you hear the melodies nonstop.
Okay, so you know what
every
it is.
day, and it just
That's hilarious.
Dude, I remember one time, super random story. I was at I think it was July, and we were in a Chinese buffet restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And there was Asian music playing, and I'm like, yo, I recognize that. What is that? Bruh, it was a Asian version of a Christmas song. I don't remember if it was Jingle Bells, but it was the same exact melody. And I was like, yo, this is Christmas music. It was the weirdest. It was like July in a Chinese restaurant.
What?
Yep.
Do they? I want to say, do Asian culture, do they celebrate Christmas?
I don't know.
You know, it's kind of like, what is it? I think there's a certain holiday. Canada celebrates Thanksgiving, I think, on a different day.
Yeah, they do. Theirs is called Canada Day.
Canada Day. Okay.
I think that's what it's
and
called.
That's like their Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I guess it's their. Is it their Independence Day?
Something like that, I think.
Oh.
That's funny. I would say I kind of half agree with you on the music because after a while, you're like, everybody by this time now, everybody knows like as soon as like that first inkling of like Christmas coming up, that Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas" song comes up, and after I'm just like, bro, it's like playing in every Macy's and every mall, and after I'm just like, I'm tired of this song.
You know one song I'm not mad at?
What's that?
Feliz Navidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
That was not
That's how you
not
sound
mad
it,
at.
bro. I can say that because I'm Latin, but
That one
that's
I'm not mad
hilarious.
at.
I'm not gonna. When I first heard that song, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of mad at it.
Really?
Cause I was like, now everybody fucking thinks that we just play this damn song, like, you know, nonstop, which we don't even really play that song. Like it was more like a commercial thing, like, you know. But I would say, yeah, I probably Christmas music. There's some Christmas music that's kind of cool, but after a while, I'm like, all right, you know. But I will say people need to stop like starting to play the shit like right after Halloween or November.
What do you think of Christmas rap? When rappers like drop Christmas tapes or Christmas songs? I kind of feel like it's corny.
It is corny.
I don't want to judge y'all for doing it, but I'm not into it.
I think it is corny. No, you know, like you said, not trying to judge them, but it's just like very, like almost like when R&B singers drop holiday things that are like I'm trying to think. There's always like holiday albums, and I just feel like that's a little corny too.
Well, for them, they cover the songs though, right?
No,
They're
exactly.
not necessarily.
I think for me, I still kind of feel like, man, it's kind of corny. Yeah. Like you just, but I mean, hey, I'm mad at you. Get your money, do your thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really fuck with it. I'm trying to think of who's a hip hop artist that dropped like a Christmas.
I think
song.
Gucci dropped a Christmas tape. I think.
Was he like covering songs?
No, it was like, you know.
Oh, like his type
like
of
Trap Santa. You know what I mean?
Oh,
ho ho ho. You know what I mean? I feel like Dipset might have did it one time, or Cameron did it one time. There's a new artist on the come up. I saw they just dropped like a little Christmas EP. You know.
I don't care for it personally.
Yeah, I don't.
I just want original music.
Yeah, man.
You know, as much as I can.
Keep that holiday cheer away from me. I'm a Grinch.
Keep it away from me, the Grinch. That's so funny. It's like the more I get older, the more I understand the Grinch. Now, the more I understand why he was the way that he was. Somebody said it best. I can't remember who it was on Twitter. They were like, how are y'all mad at the Grinch when y'all bullied him into isolation and then you bullied him again to come out? Like,
I gotta see it again because I don't remember. He was a thief though. I don't
Was he a
support.
thief?
I don't support thieves.
So then,
Well, he went in people's houses and stole their gifts.
oh, that's because he was the Grinch.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I ain't mad at him. No.
I'm mad at you. I'm not with it.
I get that. I'm trying to think of like anything else. Another thing that I don't like about Christmas is pumpkin spice latte. No.
You know what? My stance has completely changed on pumpkin things.
Oh, word?
You can tell I'm getting older. Cause I used to hate it. I'm like, man, that's so corny.
Yeah.
Everything's but bro, I started getting the Starbucks back when I was drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Mix a little bit of that pumpkin in with your regular, gives it a nice little white people flavor. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I've never had it, so
It's the white person in me coming out.
I just like I didn't understand it. It's just like it took me the longest. I think the only thing I've ever had with pumpkin in it is like pumpkin pie.
I was at is it Petco? PetSmart.
PetSmart.
They have pumpkin flavored dog biscuits. I'm like, all right, y'all took it a little too far.
The dog's not gonna be like, yes, pumpkin. Like
It might.
he don't care. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, but we kind of said a little piece on it already about Christmas music. Has there been any like song that you don't mind listening to, like Christmas song wise?
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, that one. Feliz Navidad.
I don't know. That one just feels good.
What about like a
I'm over all the traditional ones.
no, I get that. There's like some traditional ones, and then most of the time those songs are like kind of short.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know the rest of Feliz Navidad? Like,
I only know those two lines.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Like, I just know that, and then I don't know the rest of it. But I get that.
What about you?
I'm trying to think. The only, even though I find it kind of corny, I do like the Feliz Navidad song. Jingle Bells. There's like a Frank Sinatra song or whatever that I really like. That's a holiday one because I thought he was always dope.
Yeah.
Like he had a dope voice. I'm trying to think if there's any other holiday song. Like I just don't have any like on my playlists or anything like that. Like in my Spotify.
You know what I just realized?
What?
There's no Thanksgiving song.
Oh yeah, there isn't.
Can you think of a Thanksgiving song?
Yeah, I can.
What?
Greens, beans, tomatoes.
Hams, yams. That's why that song exploded.
You made exactly.
Because it's the only Thanksgiving song ever made.
Nobody should ever make another one. That's hilarious.
All right, in 2021, I got to make a Thanksgiving song.
Ooh.
Just to fill that gap. Even though I just said making holiday music's corny.
Call it gobble gobble.
No.
That's funny. But yeah, there is no Thanksgiving song.
No.
Damn, I just realized that. Anyway. Oh, no, I actually just realized there is a Christmas song I do like.
What?
Last Christmas.
What's that?
Last Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I gave you my heart. That's not bad.
And I was like, boom, boom. You just how it come in. I'm like, hey, this shit's actually kind of vibey. Hold on. You know, I like that one.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
I never had I never felt the way about that song. I'm just like, yep, can't relate. I don't know chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I'm like, what? But hey, some people liked it. So then, staying on the topic of Christmas music, since we celebrate Christmas, you know, other people celebrate other holidays, but we wanted to talk about Santa Claus. All right, Santa. Now, what was the age, or do you remember the moment, or somewhere like? Remember how when you were like Santa isn't real?
I remember where I was.
Whoa, okay.
I don't remember how old I was. I was young. We were in the little auditorium room, and everybody was talking about what they got for Christmas and blah, 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 blah. And then one kid was like, yo, Santa ain't real.
What?
Y'all believe in Santa? Y'all young. Y'all stupid. I'm just like, what? He's like, yeah, my parents don't give me nothing for Santa because they say that...
Oh my God.
that parents buy the gifts and really that's from my parents. That's not from Santa. They not gonna have me thinking some old white man is giving me gifts and it's not coming from them. I was just like, what the fuck? So then from that age, I still got some things from Santa, but after that I was like, man, is Santa not real?
Did you ever have like that conversation like with your parents? Like, did you talk to them about it?
I think when I grew older, I don't remember what age it was.
That's hilarious.
What about you?
Man, I don't remember when, but I just know that I think early on, of course, my mom was like, "Yeah, Santa's real," and but like she would always just say, "Hey, he's gonna drop." Like he dropped off some gifts early when I was like young, but as I got older, I'm pretty sure there was a moment where I was like, I think like Santa just kind of disappeared a little bit, and I remember not feeling. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like I wasn't shocked. I wasn't like, oh my God. Because, you have some people who actually take this shit hard. Like some kids.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh my God. But I mean, it could also probably be from like their parents like doing a lot.
Babying them.
Like even some parents dress up as Santa.
Oh, yeah.
And they do this.
Did you get milk and cookies?
No, never.
I got that.
That's hilarious.
You woke up in the morning, Santa left milk and cookies. Oh my God.
That's hilarious. No, I think my mom, in school, they're like, make sure that you leave milk and cookies out for Santa. And then
wait, we were supposed to leave milk and cookies for Santa.
So he left it for you?
No, I got that completely wrong in my brain. My brain is fried.
That's hilarious. It's so funny that, damn, Santa left us the cookies.
So we would leave out milk and cookies, and then I guess my dad would just eat them. And then in the morning,
Santa
you'd be
enjoyed
like,
them.
Damn.
He's like, man, Santa said them some good cookies. Like... No, I don't think we never left cookies. Now, when I was younger, I was a bigger kid, so I was like, man, these my cookies. But
dang, bro, you can't hook Santa up.
No, because I was like, what is like? Is this like a incentive for Santa? Like,
did you always get the best gift from Santa? Or was the best gift from your parents?
Best gift was from my parents always.
My parents always they saved the best gift from Santa. Santa always gave me the best.
And I'm like, that's interesting because I think that. There was a transition, I can't remember when I was like 10 or something where, when I was 10 where my mom just like one year would be like, write your list, tell me what you want, I'm going to get it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, Santa didn't want to come here no more. He didn't want to come to the hood, no. But no, most of the time, nobody, I think now though, like my older sister, for like our nieces and nephews that are really young, she'll be like, Santa got you this, But back then, like even when I thought Santa was real, like my parents never told me, "Hey, this is from Santa." They're like, "Hey, this is from us."
Yeah.
And like I didn't stop to think and be like, "Why the motherfucking Santa didn't leave me shit?" Like, but I know it was young when I stopped believing in him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't life changing for me. I was just like, "Oh, okay, all right, whatever."
Yep.
But yeah, but. To end this segment, we hope that, whatever, if you celebrate Christmas, any other holiday, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, if you celebrate any other holiday, man, we hope you have a great week and y'all be safe. Whether you're alone or you're spending time with friends, family, or just whatever, man, we hope y'all have a good one.
Spoiler alert, Santa isn't real. I'm sorry if you just found out.
This is where like kids start crying. I'm going to put in some kids going, like,
I'm sorry.
You just killed a lot of dreams right now. But the next topic that I wanted to go on, which I had a feeling this was going to happen. I was just like, it's only a matter of time. And I know you saw it, and then I sent you the message about it. That basically Twitter is trying out like Clubhouse rooms.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're calling it.
I forgot.
It's something else. I had to look at the text, but it's like it's not a room. It's like I have to look at it. But anyway, basically Twitter is like taking that idea from Clubhouse of they're running like a prototype and letting certain people try it out.
It's called Spaces.
Spaces. That's so funny. That's such a that's so funny, man. But Twitter basically is trying out that feature, and it's not public yet, but they let a few people try it to where people can have talks and stuff like that. For me, I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. I knew it was going to happen. I'm kind of waiting to see what Instagram does, if they do something like it. Because I feel like Instagram could just add another little icon that's like, hey, you go here.
Yeah, Instagram's going to do it eventually.
You think so? How long before you think they try it?
Couple months.
I think they're trying it already, but they're just keeping it on the low.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, let's try this with, these big influencers.
I follow somebody that tried it, and they said it was amazing. They said it's going to kill Clubhouse.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
On Instagram or Twitter?
Twitter.
What? Mm-hmm. Whoa.
I guess they had early access to it. They was like, yeah, it's fire.
Oh, and
They love the setup.
You don't want to give your sources out? No.
I don't remember who it is. I follow so many people.
Oh, okay.
I honestly don't remember.
That's interesting. Did they say why, or they just weren't able to?
It wasn't a detailed tweet.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just for certain kind of people, man. I think me and you, we kind of overall don't enjoy it. I do enjoy some rooms in Clubhouse. Some of it's interesting. What I like is the entertaining aspect of when people get put on the spot. Even though it's kind of whack to put someone on the spot, it's like the DJ Academics room.
Bro.
I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. If you're familiar with him, or if you're not familiar with him, he's like a hip hop guy that posts controversial stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of big rappers in the room all kind of coming at him like, hey, we don't enjoy what you do. It's negative for the community. Yeah. And he was just kind of like, hey, I'm, hip hop's version of a journalist. I'm posting. It's what y'all do. If y'all do it, I'm posting it. Yeah. And there was a lot of shit talking in the room, and it was amazing for me.
Bro, it's so funny. That's the day I realized the capacity for a room is 50-50, I think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I kept trying to when I had the app installed, I don't have it anymore. But I got in there and it was like at capacity. It's at 50-50 capacity. 50-50 capacity.
That's the longest I've ever stayed in a room. I was in that room for like an hour.
That's hilarious. Cuz like I said, some people enjoy it. I think what I realized though is that it kind of. Have you ever noticed when you're in school? I don't know if maybe you realized it in school or maybe you realized it later in life. At some point in your life, people introduce you to the way people learn. Mm-hmm. Like some people are audio learners. Mm-hmm. They learn really great audio wise. Some people need visual learning. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this is why I don't like Clubhouse, because there's no visuals. Like I can't see anything. I'm just listening. And I think that's probably why I did really well in school when I was young, because I saw the teacher teaching and I'm like, all right, show me how to do this. And I'm like, okay, versus like trying to teach on the audio. I'm like, I don't get this. Mm-hmm. But I'm really interested to see the person that you follow, they're like, this is going to kill Clubhouse. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what else could you do? Like, I don't.
Well, it's just a bigger user group. So the reason Clubhouse is kind of dope right now,
because it's exclusive.
It's exclusive, but Twitter's a giant. So imagine, your favorite artists are making a space every day. So imagine, you're a Britney Spears fan. Mm-hmm. You can go to Britney Spears' space, hear her talking to people she likes. It's like, it's like listening in on a, people love celebrities.
I get that.
It's like listening in on your celebrity's conversation that they're having with people.
That's so interesting, man.
Yeah.
I still don't get. I get it from a different perspective, because that's why people love reality TV so much, and they love. Like, I'm pretty sure if Kim Kardashian was like, "I'm in a space,"
it would explode.
It fucking explode. The servers would go down. It makes sense. I know it's just not for me.
And then when Kanye joins the room,
oh boy,
it's gonna get interesting.
Then people are gonna say some outlandish shit, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, are y'all divorcing?" But some real wild shit.
Imagine Kanye on Clubhouse. That would be,
bro. Like, I think the app would shut down. I think
that room.
Like, can you imagine? I wonder. This makes me think, because in the academics room, it was a lot of big names in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if people who are like big names, do they get priority to get in the room?
So the way it works, there's moderators on the room.
Oh, okay.
So moderators can, I think, let people in and then bring people up on the stage to talk. Mm. Now, I don't know if the room's full. I don't know if a moderator can bring a famous person in. I don't know how that works.
If they kick somebody who's not as famous, to be like, hey, or they're just a regular person, like, we'll kick you out so we can make space for this.
They could, I guess. I don't know how that works.
That's interesting. I think this is what Instagram's going to do. I'm going to tell you right now. They're going to do rooms.
The rooms.
But it's going to be kind of like how Clubhouse has it, where a bunch of people can get in, but they're going to have a limit, kind of like how IG Live is, where one or two people can do that, and then everybody else just has to listen and watch, even though that's what IG Live is. Maybe IG Live is the visual version of Clubhouse.
Zoom,
yeah, basically.
Why doesn't Zoom just become a social network?
I know, right? Bruh. Well, I don't know. But it's just interesting. And I had a feeling, though, it's just like when something blows up, just like how Instagram took Snapchat stories and then they took TikTok and try to make their shit. I was just like, it's only a matter of time before somebody steals Clubhouse idea.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah. So that's all the Twitter news. But I am kind of excited though to see what Twitter does with this Spaces thing, because I saw some people tweeting about it who they were like, man, you were in that Spaces thing. They were like, yep, I was in there. It's pretty cool. Blah blah blah. And then I know I didn't really care, but I was interested to be like, okay, tell me what's the difference. And then I was like, after I know, I don't care anymore. So
there's gonna be a room for you one day, bro. You're gonna find it.
I don't think so.
And then your heart's gonna be filled with warmth.
No, I'm gonna be like the Grinch before he gets the heart or whatever. But anyway, enough Twitter talk. Let's get into the most exciting part, the best part of this podcast. Next to the Not All Here moments, it's Jetty with the news.
I just realized we didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning of the show.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Hi everyone, I'm Jettison Bombardier.
I'm Easy Up. Hey, in the middle of the show, 30 minutes in.
Okay, we're gonna come with some boom bap news.
Hey,
boop boop boop, boop boop boop. Music for the consciously inclined hip hop boom bap backpackers. Ninth Wonder dropped a 56 song album Friday.
Oh, is that what happened?
What?
Like, is Zion 4? I think that's what it's called.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it's named.
54. How many?
56 songs.
Jesus Christ.
I was joking with a friend. I was like, man, he trying to get that streaming money. You dropped a 56 song album. So the first couple tracks of the album have artists on it, and then after that it's just beats.
Just beats. Okay.
And a lot of the beats are like 1 minute to 2 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like a weird beat tape.
He might he's doing the Tierra Whack route. You know, when she dropped that 15-minute album.
He's doing the opposite of that.
Yeah, where it's just every beat's a minute, and then people be like, run that back.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now.
That's dope. Shout out to Nike, man.
Shout out to Ninth Wonder. Really inspired me as a producer when I was first starting out.
Me too. He's my favorite producer.
Being from North Carolina, I was from South Carolina. I was like, oh, and he was using Fruity Loops. I have Fruity Loops. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
Big game. You have a personal story about this.
Yep.
We'll get to that in a second. So the reason this is in the news for me, you can customize the genitals for your character.
Bro, I saw this firsthand.
So you
No, I haven't done it yet, but I saw somebody else playing it on Twitch. And the first thing that the guy, his name's Bruce Green. Shout out to Bruce. He was like, look, when the game first came out, he was streaming it. He was like, all right, look, y'all, I'm gonna play this game. He's like, but I need y'all to act like y'all seen genitals before. Don't wild out and say stuff in the chat. Because basically he was going through and like you could like, you know, make the person with whatever genitalia you wanted. And it made me laugh so much. I was just like, yo, this is hilarious. This is so funny.
So apparently with dicks, you're able to choose circumcised or uncircumcised. With breasts, you're able to choose breast size and nipple size.
Yo.
And for dicks, you're able to choose size as well. Also, there was a glitch early in the game where the penis wouldn't stay in the pants.
Oh, it just popped out.
It would just show it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yo, that's hilarious. You know,
there's a group of Reddit members who are mad that you can't make the dicks really small. For some reason, they're all kind of on the large size, and they're like, "Hey, us small guys, we're not being represented here."
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
I mean, they should have done that because you can choose nipple size. You can choose. That's hilarious. But I remember because that game's gotten a lot of backlash lately on like older systems like PS4 and Xbox One. Because it's so glitchy.
Doesn't work on the old system.
Yeah, it doesn't really work as much.
Gotta get that new system.
Yeah, because I got it on PC. Speaking of, to give my little story, because I follow the dude, Jay, you know this. And like most of the time on Instagram, if I see a contest, I always tag you in it.
You enter a contest every day.
Not every day. But like it's usually like producer contest trying to win some speakers. Because I want some Adam Audio speakers. Them things are beautiful and they sound amazing. Shout out to Adam Audio. Hey, if you want to hook us up with some speakers, you know, that'd be dope. But anyway, that or like, you know, I love playing the piano or like having a MIDI keyboard. So eventually I want to get an 88 key keyboard so I can just have the whole range of keys. But yesterday I was watching I was playing a game, Overwatch, and I was watching the Bruce Green dude, and like he was giving away the game like every hour or every time they did something or whatever, and I'm randomly playing this like competitive thing, and then he does a randomizer, like, so if you're part of the group or whatever, or if you're in the chat just saying something, you're entered in automatically. And like I'm chilling, playing, and I'm focused. All of a sudden I just hear, "It's Easy L. Are you there?" And I was like, "That's my name." And I had to like move, like I was like, "Oh shit!" I was surprised, and I got the game for free, the Cyberpunk game. So
that's awesome.
I'm gonna start playing that shit.
You're gonna pick the big dick or the small dick?
I'm gonna pick the inverted. No, no. It's so funny. I don't know. I'm gonna flip the coin.
Okay.
I might stream it and let people be like, "All right, what should I get?" Just tell me, and it's gonna be like this monster-looking person.
All right, moving on to another kind of dick. Twitter now alerts Trump that Biden is president every time he lies about election fraud.
Wow.
So social media sites now tell users. So this is like, you know how they put the little disclaimer under certain tweets. Election officials have certified Joe Biden as the winner of the U.S. presidential election. So every time Trump tweets talking about fraud, Twitter puts this little message, "Hey, Joe Biden won."
That's hilarious.
Yes. Hopefully that's the last Trump news that we'll ever have.
Man, I hope so.
I don't know if it will be.
Yeah.
Moving on to a more positive technology type story.
Hold on, real quick. Come January, because you know that's when Biden goes into office. Do you think Trump is gonna be like, "All right, Joe"? You think he's gonna do like a little backhand slap, not like an actual slap, but
What?
like when because has he conceded defeat yet?
Sort of. I'm
Sorta.
not sure.
I wonder if like, cause you know most of the time is he gonna be cordial? He's gonna be like, "Yeah, Joe,
Congratulations.
you won. Congratulations."
Oh yeah, because at inauguration, doesn't the former president pass it on to?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be something weird.
Bro,
He's not gonna shake his hand, or he's gonna do something weird.
he's gonna do like a half-fast smile and like, or he's just gonna be like, "Get that out of my face."
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I can't wait for that.
Okay, that'll be news when it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, technology news. First solar road in the United States comes online in Peachtree Corners. I'm not sure where Peachtree Corners is. It's somewhere in Atlanta.
Huh.
So basically, the road has solar panels built into it. These are like hard panels.
Yeah.
And it actually, they haven't figured out how to do it for like interstates yet.
Okay.
But that'll be the future, and it'll be really cool whenever they figure it out. You imagine you get solar power from all the roads across the country.
Yeah.
But the first one just rolled out. The panels are tough enough to be driven over to catch the sun rays, and they turn it into usable electricity. So this particular road, they actually power the where is it? You know, like electric cars. What are so the charging stations?
Yeah. Oh, they power it.
They power the charging stations.
Yeah.
So then if you have an electric car, you just go there, plug it in, you get your power. I don't know if it's free though, but yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of an Atlanta thing too.
That's super dope.
Yep.
That's like real future. I can't wait till my whole thing is I was like, man, one day maybe if everything keeps going and Elon keeps like just blowing our minds and stuff, I want like if everybody starts eventually moving to like electric cars, there should be like a thing they should build on the highways or something to where there's like a lane that you can still drive in it, but it also charges your car at the same time.
That would be insane.
That'd be fire.
I don't know how that would work, but
Yeah, I
that'd
don't
be
know.
crazy.
It's above our pay grade.
Okay. Singapore is the first country in the world to approve lab-grown chicken products. Chicken bites from bioreactor-grown chicken will be available for sale.
Bioreactor chicken?
Every day we get closer to zombies.
Every day we stray further away from God's plan.
Let's see. It's a whole lot of stuff here. Basically, the way chicken farms now, it's pretty bad. Tightly packed in warehouses that are public health hazards, fire hazards. The chickens aren't treated well. There's thousands of chickens just on top of each other. What if we could grow the meat without chickens? So basically, let me find the important part of this article real quick. Okay, lab-grown chicken is meant to be physically identical to chicken from slaughtered animals. It's made of genuine chicken cells, but it's grown on a cell growth scaffold in a factory instead of grown in a live animal. The same approach can be used for beef, pork, and other animals, but for several reasons, chickens are the most appealing place to start. Chickens represent most of the animals raised for food consumption. They're killed for their meat, and they are particularly raised in appalling conditions. Basically, so they're saying this is good for animal rights activists, blah, blah, blah. Supposedly, it tastes the same. They're having trouble duplicating this with other meats because they can't get the texture right.
Oh, gotcha.
But for chicken nuggets, you know, when you buy a chicken nugget at McDonald's, who knows what that texture is like? It's just, you know.
Yeah.
So the future of chicken nuggets could be
lab grown
fake chicken.
fake chicken. See, but what about the chickens that are putting food on the table for their family? What are they going to do now? No.
They're not going to die.
They're going to be able to live peaceful lives on somebody's farm.
Okay, moving on. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has again lashed out against coronavirus vaccines, saying that Pfizer's shot could turn people into crocodiles, among other bizarre claims. During the outlandish rant on Thursday, Mr. Bolsonaro suggested that the vaccine could also lead to women growing facial hair and men speaking with effeminate voices.
Yo, that's funny. Speaking on that, because I've seen, we've seen video of like people getting the vaccine now, like doctors and like nurses and stuff. And like, it's just like, I don't know what's misinformation or not, because like I saw a video yesterday that's like a nurse got it and she passed out like live on news or whatever. She was like, oh my God, my head. Yeah. And then she passed out. And I'm like, okay, but like, is that because of the vaccine or did she low iron or like, what is she?
I saw someone say that 6 people have died from the vaccine. Like, I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah, it's like so crazy with how the news is now.
Yeah, you kind of be like, all right, where's your sources? What's your information? You know, it's kind of tough.
Yep. Now this article, I thought it was funny as hell, so that's why I put it in here. Okay. But they kind of, honestly, he was just joking. So in his quote, he says, in the Pfizer contract, it's very clear. We're not responsible for any side effects. If you turn into a crocodile, that's your problem. If you become a superhuman, if a woman starts to grow a beard, or if a man starts to speak with an effeminate voice, Pfizer won't have anything to do with it.
Oh, my God.
So he technically didn't say it, but I felt like the headline was too hilarious for me to not put it in here.
That's hilarious. There's some people who are like, See,
it will turn you into a crocodile.
We're going to turn into lizard people.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Last story. Pennsylvania woman can't keep $4 million winning lottery ticket. State court rules.
Damn.
There's a good reason, though.
What's that?
A Pennsylvania woman can't keep the lottery ticket because she employed a ruse to get it from the supermarket where she worked. The case hinges on how the store handles Pennsylvania lottery tickets that are printed by mistake from the automated terminal. So basically, she's an employee of this grocery store.
Oh.
There are tickets that got printed by mistake, and they put them in a little stack.
Yeah.
So what she did, she looked through them, saw that one was the winning number. Then she put $10.
Man.
She paid for the lottery tickets.
But she knew, it's like she knew the numbers. Or like she was like, this is the winning one.
Yeah, so.
Trying to be slick, man.
I mean, what would you do in that case? Honestly, I might try it too. I mean, if you have a piece of paper in your hand and you have knowledge that this piece of paper is worth $4 million, what would you do?
You're talking about insider trading, bro. You're talking about this is what Martha Stewart went to jail for.
You have $4 million in your hand.
No, true. I get that. This is what she should have done. She should have knew. Well, oh no, wait. The ticket was the numbers already announced. Never mind. I was about to say get a friend to go get the numbers. Just split it that way. But then
you know what I would have done?
What's that?
So on lottery tickets, they have a time window.
Yeah.
Some of them are like 3 months, some of them are 6 months, some of them are a year.
Yeah.
I would have looked up the time window and just let it sit for like 3 months. Then 3 months later, it would have been like, oh my God, I forgot I bought this from the grocery store. Oh my God. Because they looked up surveillance footage.
And then they saw her doing that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I would have let 3 months pass.
This is what I would have done. I would have basically done that. I'd have been like, I'm going to throw these out or whatever. Don't worry about it. Gotten to like a corner where there's no cameras. I'd be like, let me shove this shit in my pocket. And then just, like you said, hold it for like 3 months and then be like, I just washed and I realized I bought this ticket.
Oh, yeah. Bro, you could go to the store and buy it. Well, I guess the date would be different.
Yeah, no, date would be different. But I see what you're saying.
But the store gets the money now.
Damn.
Yep.
More money to the company.
More money to the corporations. They couldn't let her shine.
Keeping the good people down.
She should have thought about that hustle a little bit more.
Yeah, she got a little too excited.
I mean, you're holding a $4 million piece of paper in your hand. I mean,
that shit. That all the news?
That's the news.
Boo. Okay, so going from the news, we wanted to actually bring back a quick little segment that we actually haven't done for I think 2 episodes, maybe 3. We wanted to bring back real quick the Creative Corner, and Jetty got a little words of wisdom here.
Yeah. So honestly, this is almost just like some advice, or just not even. I don't know if it's super pointed towards creative people, but listen, I used to make this mistake a lot.
All right.
And what it is, you don't learn anything by talking, you learn by listening. And a lot of times when you're having conversations with people, what I used to do is I would think about my response. I'd be like, this guy's telling me this, what am I going to say next?
Yeah.
When really what I should have been doing, we're having some little static. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
When really what I should have been doing is fully listening to that person. And I think I was missing some things, because I was thinking about my reply or response to the point where I might even cut people off sometimes. I feel like I've gotten better with it the older I get. But don't always listen thinking for your response. Listen to try to learn something and fully hear and understand what that person is saying, especially if this is a person that you look up to, or a person in power, or a person in the demographic or person in the industry that you want to be in. Don't be super worried about your response.
Exactly. I get that. There's some moments like that I have, for those who don't know, basically like when I used to be really heavy into photography and videography, not so much anymore because I kind of switched it up and I got kind of burned out. But I remember I'd be like, man, like, everybody, I feel like almost everybody has like people they look up to, heroes or something that got them into doing whatever they do, inspired them. And there were times that like Ninth Wonder is one of my favorite producers ever, next to like Dilla and all these other dope producers. And I've actually been lucky enough to meet him like 3 times. One was like at this festival that used to be here in Atlanta, A3C, and just to be around him and his energy and just like talk to him. And there'd be moments where I would like ask him questions, or I'd want to ask him a question, but I would just listen, like you were saying, because I'm like, man, I just want to enjoy this moment. And most of the time I always made sure to be like, I'm always like, all right, don't ask a dumb question. Just like get his opinion. Don't, just listen to him when he's talking. Yeah. And so, I definitely like agree with that. Because sometimes what always happens, like you said, is people, instead of actually listening to the person talk, they'll be like, this is how I'm going to respond, and they're not even really paying attention. Cause sometimes, man, you don't even necessarily have to respond. You don't have to have a response all the time, and, really, and then also too, people sometimes I guess feel awkward when it comes to communication. You have moments of silence, and like that. People sometimes, I don't know why, I guess because they're not used to it or it's not a normal thing. But silence is a good thing sometimes, man. Like because it gives you a second to think and like sort of compose your thought or something like that. Or sometimes it's just there and you can be like, well, I don't really have a response for that.
Just don't let it go too long.
Yeah, just don't let it go too long.
I hate awkward silences.
I get that, but I feel like there's like a difference between an awkward silence and like a normal one, to try to be like come up with a response to whatever they said, And so
let's pause for 5 seconds.
See, that's normal. No.
It started to feel awkward in the end. You had to jump in.
No, but that was you though. You were looking, you're like, But that's normal. Cause I mean, I'm trying to think of people, what's funny is like, it makes me think of like Kanye when he has a silence and he's just like, he has that dead like pan of like, he's really thinking and he's like, and then I remember what you were telling me about the Joe Rogan. There's like a sound where like, it feels like it's forever.
Oh gosh.
He's just like holding and he's thinking and he's like, okay. But I definitely agree, man. Sometimes it's, what is it? That old like phrase. I remember I heard it a lot growing up. He's like, the people always say, God gave you 2 ears and one mouth.
Yep.
So you should listen more. And as a kid, I would always listen more. I'm not gonna lie though, too. I did have my moments where I was just looking to respond. You know, and you kind of grow, and hopefully you realize sometimes certain things don't warrant a response.
Right.
You just got to take that information in. And there have been plenty of times I've been around people who I looked up to, and they've been giving me advice, or they'll give me tips on tricks on how to do certain things.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay. And then I'm just trying to think about the information they gave me and see how to apply it in my way.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope.
It's time for the not all here moment.
Ooh.
Am I going first or you going first?
Man, I feel like my story's not that great. But I mean, people might like it. I've gone first the last 2 times. You should go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. So, I will talk about the time in college. I'm trying to think of. There's not a whole lot to this story. I don't really have a big start to the story. Okay. Anyway, I'm in college, so I go to a class. It's a big auditorium, right? Big classroom. Couple hundred students in there.
Okay.
So I fall asleep during the class. And then I wake up and there's a different teacher down front and different students all around me.
Yeah.
And for a moment, it was very confusing. It was like, wait a minute. What the hell just happened? Where am I? What class is this? And it was an embarrassing moment. And then I was trying to figure out what to do. And I sat there for like 5 minutes.
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not going to sit during this whole class. I'm not going to do this. So I stood up and I shamefully walked out of the room. And after that, the teacher knew my name. She actually learned my name. And this was a class full of hundreds of students. So she somehow looked up the roll of students, figured out who I was, and then she would call me by my name after that.
Yeah. She'd always call on you?
Not always, but she knew. When I went up to her one time, she knew my name, and then she actually called me in the class one day.
Oh, boy.
I was kind of notorious for falling asleep at class, even in high school and college. College, it was really bad because I'd stay up all night long making music, and then the next morning,
you all worn out. You're just like, ugh,
yeah. And it was an art history class.
Oh boy!
And they turn off the lights and they put on a slideshow, and then I'm out. Sometimes in that class, somebody would nudge me, be like, "Hey, you're snoring. Wake up!
Hey, wake up!"
But this time they didn't look out for me.
That's hilarious.
A room full of 200 people saw me sleeping there and just left the class when the class was over.
That's so funny. And they're like, this is going to be funny. And then they just left you, bro. That's messed up. That is funny, though. That's hilarious. Have you ever had the thing in high school where the teacher has but the teacher sees you, people know you're sleeping. I've had this happen once in high school where people know you're sleeping and the teacher's like, hey, we're about to prank this person.
No.
But I've had that one time where it was in science class, and I never understood waking up so early to go to school. I just didn't understand it, and it was I don't really like waking up too early. But I remember one time in science class, I was so tired, and it was so boring what I was learning that I did this thing where, if you remember, in most high schools, man, the desk is just I don't know how to say. It's it was a big desk, a square desk, but either you tend to like lean forward on your hands if you're falling asleep to the side. Well, I was leaning back, and so like my head was doing this bobblehead movement. It's just like going in and out.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
And then or like where you're sleeping, but like you're like
feel like you're falling.
Yeah, you feel like. And I remember, like every now and then, I was so groggy that I would open my eyes every now and then, and I was going in and out. And every time I would see people, they were all looking at me. And then I saw the teacher look at me, and then one thing he did was he grabbed a book and just slammed it.
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Huh?" And they're like,
"It startled you?"
Yeah, it startled me a little bit. And he was like, "Thanks for joining the class."
Damn!
I was like, "You jerk."
That never happened to me, dude. I've been woken up by customers at Picture Me Portrait Studio.
Oh my God!
So I used to be the manager there, but I would be the only person there.
Oh my God!
And I've had a customer just nudge me. "Excuse me, can I get some?"
Oh my God! And
I've been woken up by multiple customers, and then I've even had them report me to like Walmart.
Oh my God!
They're like, "Hey, this guy's sleeping over here," and then they called like the
person over there,
the general manager of Picture Me, and like, "Hey, you can't sleep on the job.
Get your work, or he's not working." That's funny.
But bro, I would feel so bad. I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, it'd be like that, and people would be like, "Bro, you don't know what's going on."
Damn, this guy's the worst.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and tell mine. I feel like mine's not that great, but it's funny to me. So my not out here moment is, I remember, so for those who don't know, I'm Latino and like half Mexican, half Spaniard. Mama's family's from Spain. My pops is straight from Mexico. We grew up Catholic, you know. I was never really big into it just because, like, if you've never been to a Catholic service, but it's so boring. It's so boring. And I know we've had this conversation where there's a lot of getting up, singing, sitting down, getting up, sitting down.
I've only gone to Catholic church one time, and I couldn't believe how many things they had to memorize. It's like every 5 minutes they had to stand up and say
something, and they had to recite a prayer, or they had to. It's just a lot, and it goes on forever, which feels like forever. But anyway, we grew up Catholic, so I think in my college life, like, I feel like most people, that's when they really start to discover who they are. You know, you're learning new things. You're learning about different cultures, different religions, different ways of living, and all this stuff. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I was like, maybe I should get back into, you know, being like going to church and stuff like that. Because I was never big on going to church. It's just like, I don't know why. It just wasn't me. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to join a local like church. You know, I'm going to start going there. And one thing about me, I never liked being the center of attention. So I found this Catholic church, and I would always sit in the back. And one day I was like, you know what? For those who don't know, Catholics, what they do is like they always confess their sins to like a pastor or whatever. And usually what happens is there's like a pastor behind like this screen. You can't really see who the pastor is, but like you're supposed to sit on the other side and you confess your sins to this pastor, and then you get forgiven, and then you're like born again or whatever. That's how Catholics do it. They don't have to get dipped in water or whatever. But
so that makes you born again when you confess?
It kind of it cleans your plate. Like it just you're sin free. Like it's like an Etch a Sketch. You just shake it and it's brand new again.
Father, I killed a man.
I don't see, and like stuff like that. I don't know if they can tell the police or if they have to, but I don't know. But anyway,
Father, I have a woman locked in my shed outside.
Well, son, say 3 Hail Marys and you're free.
Oh shit.
But so I was like, you know what? I've never done confession, so let me go do confession. And I remember there was like a designated time and a designated place. And I went, and then like I was like, I think somebody had went in before me, and then they got done, and then I followed in, and I was like, I could just see the shadow of the pastor, whoever was like on the other side, and I was like, what do I do? Like, they're like, have a seat. I was like, okay, and I'm just sitting there, and of course it's like a pastor, and he was just like, my son, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. You're not my father, but thanks.
You didn't say that.
No, I didn't say that. I just think it'd be funny to say that. And I was like, Pastor, I really don't know what to do here. It's like, I've never
made a sin, Pastor.
No, I was like, Pastor, I'm an angel. Like, I'm clean. No, I was like, I've never done confession before. What am I supposed to do? He's like, well, you know, you...
How many times you jack off today?
He wasn't like that. But he was like, well, let's go through the commandments, you know? Have you killed anybody?
He did not say that.
Yes, he did.
He said that?
He said that. He's like, have you committed, you know, stuff like that? I was like, no, I've never done anything. Okay. He's like, have you had sex before marriage? And I was like, oh, yeah, I've done that. And he's like, okay.
Good job, son.
No, he was like, hey, now you made sure to protect yourself, right? No. I was like, yeah, I've had sex before marriage. He's like, okay, well, do you feel bad? Like,
no, it felt great.
I was like, well, I had a great time. We both had a great time.
You didn't say that, did you?
No, I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I was just like, yes, I've done it. He's like, okay. I was like, well, I guess it's not a good thing. Like, you know, and he's like, well, do you should probably, you shouldn't do that. You should wait till marriage. And I was like, okay. And he's like, okay, have you masturbated before? And I was like, yep, I've done that before. I mean, who hasn't, Pastor? Let's be honest. Come on now. But he's like, okay, well, you shouldn't.
Pastor's like, I'm doing it right now.
I was like, oh, Jesus. And then he was just like,
don't look through those holes.
He's like, oh, yeah, just keep talking. Just keep talking. But I was like, yeah, I've done this. or whatever. And like it was almost like kind of like if you've ever talked to a therapist, it's kind of like that. And like I said, I was like, yeah, I've done this, you know. I haven't prayed as much as I should be praying, all this, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, after it's done, he's like, well, you know, it's like, the important thing is you should, you know, try to be better. And I was like, okay, I get that. That makes sense. And he's like, all right, well, you're free. And I was like, what?
Get out of here.
He's like, you're done. He's like, you know, do you, are you, what did he say? He had said something to the effect of, he's like, well, are you going to try harder? And I was like, yeah, I will. He's like, okay, cool. Well, you're good to go. Like it was some sort of assembly line. He's like, all right, well, good luck. And then sure enough, I was the same. I was like,
so when you did it, was there a line?
No, there wasn't a line. Well, no, my bad. There was, but it was like, it was a room and there was like a door to get into the room.
Yeah.
And then on the outside was the line.
So there was a line.
Yeah. It was, okay. But it wasn't like a big ass line. It was like maybe like 4 or 5 people.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I was just wondering if there's a guy sitting in that room all day long just waiting there.
Sometimes there's like when I went, there was like a designated hour or two that he would sit there.
Okay.
And so he would just be like, okay, all right, you know, say 5 Hail Marys and you're.
Wonder think of how much crazy stuff that guy hears.
Bro, like that was like my thing. I was like, yo, I'm so like vanilla, like to the shit. Like I'm a normal person, or at least I think so. Very vanilla. And I wonder how much crazy shit, you know, somebody's like, Pastor, let me tell you, I've done some shit, you know.
Father, I'm ashamed of what I did with my sister yesterday.
Oh my God. Father, I put things in places they don't belong.
Father.
Jesus Christ. You know, but it was very interesting, but like it was very weird. And then like I think I went back to the church like another Sunday. I got there and I was like, man, this is boring. And I left in the middle of service.
Dang, bro.
And it's so funny. And like what most churches do is they do this thing where they go, you know, look to your neighbor and say, neighbor. And you're supposed to look at a person that you don't know and you shake their hand and then they say, recite this blessing. And you're supposed to like look at them and then recite this like prayer or whatever. And I felt so awkward because like usually they were nice older women and they were like, nice to meet you. And I was like, yeah, look on my hand. And like, it's so weird. But that, and then we had like we would get like a little shot of wine, red,
and a wafer.
And a wafer, yeah, the wafer. I'm like, delicious. Got my
grape juice.
Got my breakfast.
You didn't get wine for real.
No.
Juice?
No. I think it's just like grape juice. Yeah. And they're like, pretend this is blood, and I was like, this is good blood. But anyway, it wasn't that exciting. But I remember thinking when I did it though, I was like, I don't get this. I don't understand it. Like it didn't make sense to me.
Did it feel good?
I didn't feel anything. I was like, and then I remember, I think
a true sinner.
You're so far gone. This doesn't even work. But I remember thinking, because like the whole thing, people are always like, I was like, man, do I really need to, you know?
Do I really need Jesus?
No. No. It's like, you know, do I really need to go to church? You know?
Hail Satan.
Hey, you know, Satan doesn't sound half bad right now. You know, no. But it's just real interesting. Anyway, that's my not all here moment.
Praise Jesus.
Oh, Dios. Ay, Dios mío.
What does that mean?
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay.
Ay, Dios mío. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's learn something every day.
There you go. There's your Spanish lesson for the day.
That's a new segment?
Yeah, new lesson. Spanish phrase of the day. Ay, Dios mío.
What does Feliz Navidad mean?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I knew that.
I just wanted you to say it in the song.
I just wanted you to say it.
He goes, I want to wish you Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad.
Two Spanish lessons today.
There you go. You guys just got Duolingo might teach you that, but they won't teach it to you right now. Well, they might. But anyway. Well, that's episode 8.
Everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Sorry to cut you off.
Hanukkah, Festivus, Kwanzaa, end of the world.
Oh, dang.
But cause New Year's right around the corner.
Yep, 2021, man.
Next week's episode's gonna be the New Year's. We're gonna be turned up. Not really.
Really?
No, I don't want to be doing the podcast. It's gonna be so horrible.
You know, if we were drunk, it'd probably be a funny podcast. If we actually legitimately got drunk.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. It probably would be a really funny as hell podcast, but I'm at that.
You're not trying to do it.
I get a little lit. I get a little nice little buzz. You know, maybe we'll do that for the next one. Maybe get like some actual hard liquor or something.
Let's do that. Not the next one, but the one after that. When it's 2021.
Okay, yeah, that'll be the first of 2021. Okay, we'll do it for that. That sounds good. But anyway, thanks for tuning in for the Not All Here podcast, episode 8. Man, we hope that everybody has a great week with their family, or if you're just chilling with friends, yourself, or just whatever, man. Hope you have a good week. Make sure if you're listening, whether you listen to us on Spotify, follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, subscribe to us and give us a 5-star rating, man. It really helps us out because it just pushes our podcast more to more listeners and people who might be interested in listening. You can follow us on social media at Cool Ass People. That's COOLASSPPL. It's Easy L. It's Easy ELL. Jetty.
I am JRB, the producer, on all social media platforms. Also, I also dropped a song called While We're Still Here, produced by Easy L.
Hey.
It is basically a fuck 2020 song,
and
bringing in 2021. So let's make it a great year, man.
Yeah, let's make it a great year. Be safe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Yeet.
Yo.